been a while since I have picked up my vlog camera, like a couple of weeks actually. I'm sorry for that, but honestly, your girl needed it. Pretty sure the last time I spoke to you was whenever I was getting over some sort of infection and not really sure what was going on, but I was still going to the doctor and trying to figure out just everything. And I had to get the chest CT done and a bunch of craziness honestly happened. Well, after all that happened, found out that I do have like a respiratory infection. I don't know if I covered that, but I do have a respiratory infection, so I'm still recovering from that. But also a couple of weeks ago now, and why I really just stopped vlogging for a bit and just needed time for myself and my family and my dogs and everybody. A couple weeks ago, I let my dog out to go to the bathroom, my little one, Delilah, and my neighbor's dog broke out of the screen porch and attacked her. 2 punctures, one in her neck, one on the side of her face. And then I ran out because I was just at the back door whenever I let her out. And I ran out and I grabbed him and I yanked him off of her. And then he lunged for her again and like he tried to bite into her ribs. So she had like another almost puncture, but it didn't go through on her ribs. So that day turned into complete chaos. Obviously, we had to rush her to the vet. We had to, you know, see what was going on. They didn't do any stitches. They said that it's best to let the wounds heal as they are because they don't want to put like any kind of infection and like sew up an infection in there. So like I said, that was a couple of weeks ago. So we are on the recovery portion of it, but she did break her jaw as well as like retaliation, trying to like fight off the other dog. So she has to wear a muzzle right now. She can still drink and eat and lick and everything with the muzzle on. She can bark and do everything that she would normally do in the muzzle. It's simply to try to keep her from moving her jaw so much because it's broken on the bottom right here. She's got to be in that. They were saying probably about 6 weeks. And next week, I actually take her back for follow-up x-rays to see if it has, I think the word is calcified across, like the bones are starting to mend. We'll do that next week, get her x-rays looked at. But that same day that all of that happened, oh, I'm out of breath. I'm still trying to like recover from that respiratory thing. Like I'm still definitely dealing with that on top of just pregnancy. So we're still pregnant, thank God. But that day that everything happened with my dog and I like ran out there and grabbed the other dog off of her and just like that whole chaos happened, that evening I started bleeding. And I went into the doctor the next day. I went back to RMA and they did an internal ultrasound, of course, and found that I had a, what is it called? A subchorionic hematoma, and it had opened up right above my uterus. So it wasn't touching uterus, wasn't touching baby, but it was a pretty long hematoma. Let me see. We've got all of our ultrasounds up here on the fridge and I think I can show you. So this is uterus and baby. This was the hematoma. So it was pretty big. It opened up pretty big, which was pretty scary. But the next one we did showed that it was closing up. You can see, oh, maybe you can see here, this is uterus, this is baby, and this is the hematoma here. So definitely still there, but getting smaller. And then I just had another ultrasound on Wednesday and the hematoma is pretty much gone. So this is the most updated image of baby. So truly, I was just kind of bed rest, dealing with Pio still, just really focusing on my dog, on my family, on me, my health, her health, just everything that kind of took priority over vlogging and editing and posting videos. It has just been like one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, and it's been total chaos. I finally feel like life is kind of calming down again, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more like myself, minus this whole out of breath thing. My doctor still thinks that it's like partly due to pregnancy, but also I definitely still have a respiratory infection. So, and she said it could take like 6 to 8 weeks for it to fully resolve. So I've just been going through it, and as of right now, as I'm recording this, the last video that I put out was just the transfer, and you guys are like chomping at the bit. You're like, when will the next update come out? When will the next update come out? And I am just like going through life, and I'm just like, soon, I promise soon. But it has just been so much on top of just life being absolutely ridiculous, like being pregnant too and trying to adjust to like the amount that I'm eating and constantly being hungry and getting nauseous if I don't eat, and certain smells like really just aren't the best for me right now, and just like literally relearning my body as a pregnant woman it's been a little challenging, like just in general. The first trimester is definitely challenging, let alone like all the stuff that we've been going through. So yeah, I really just had to take a step back and not focus my energy on anything else except for, like I said, my family, my health, my dog, her health, like just us. Like I had to step back and just focus on us. So feeling a bit more like myself, feeling a bit more grounded, a little bit more like, okay, like things are starting to get back to normal, like we've got a routine sort of coming back, and just like literally trying to live a normal life right now. Yeah, so it's been crazy, but that is my update. Like I said, we are still pregnant. I am 8 weeks and 5 days, I think, today, and on Wednesday I will be 9 weeks. So I did graduate from RMA last week. We had our last ultrasound last week, but I did go today just to get my progesterone checked because we did lower it. When I had my hematoma, they bumped me up on the progesterone from 50 milligrams to 75 milligrams, I think is what it is. So like instead of a full 1 dose, they put 1.5 in the syringe, which sucked because that oil has been like building and building and building, and it is not like dissipating, and I am so sore. That's like the one thing I asked him whenever he's like, oh, so do you have any questions for me today before we get started? I was like, why does Pio hurt so bad? And he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, it can be difficult. He's like, but it looks like you're almost done. He's like, actually, we have you on 1.5. We can go ahead and drop that to just 1 if you'd like. And I was like, yes. I'm like, please, because 1 milliliter, milligram, whatever, one little notch in the syringe didn't seem to hurt as bad as 1.5. 1.5 is like, whew, I can't talk and walk. 1.5, as I was saying, 1.5 is like, I feel like I'm sticking a softball in my body every time I do that injection. So it was very difficult, but we have continued to do them, obviously, because they are necessary for baby to be healthy. But man, I have been struggling a bit with the progesterone shots because they have been hurting really bad and leaving like knots in my back, which I've heard is common. And I'm so looking forward to the day where I can say, this is my last progesterone shot. Delilah, where are you? There she is. Come here. There's a good girl. You see, she's got her little muzzle on. Poor baby. And she hates this thing. Like, she tugs at it and fights at it pretty much all day long, but she's got to keep it on because it is making sure her jaw is in the right place so it can be healed. But anyway, so I just wanted to briefly catch you guys up. I know I had been a little touch and go here and there. I've been trying to vlog, but honestly, like I just literally have not had the energy for it. Like my energy has been focused on my family and on my own health and just trying to survive, and also working full-time still. I haven't taken any time off. I'm still working Thank God I work from home and from a laptop, so I've been able to just kind of like work from bed as needed because of the hematoma and everything, but it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot to handle and to go through, and I just needed to, again, take a step back. I know I took a step back whenever I had to go to the emergency room, and then whenever I had the CT done, and then the dog attack. Like, it just has been so much. I just needed to just stop a few things that I could handle stopping, and vlogging and editing and uploading was that. So sorry, but hopefully the vlogs are back on track whenever you're seeing this, and I am feeling, like I said, more myself, and I'm hoping that this feeling will stay. And Delilah is doing so great. Her recovery has been pretty smooth. Her wounds healed up beautifully. The doctor does expect a full recovery from her, so I'm very thankful. As an 11-year-old dog, you know, her body is actually like 77, so very happy that she's still healing and acting like herself again. And she is still on pain medication to keep like her inflammation and everything down, because obviously her jaw is still broken, so it's swollen, but she's doing so good. So I am going to eat my breakfast. I'm still doing the Thomas English muffin with avocado spread, take my morning vitamins, get logged into work here, and just kind of get my morning started. Now it's time to focus on a little bit of normalcy. Well, good morning. It's been a few days since the last time I vlogged, and I'm trying to be quiet because Banny is still sleeping. I thought that things were settling down and I was finally getting my life back together, and then more craziness happened. So yeah, this year has been just absolutely insane. We're hanging in there, but it's just like, it is just one thing after another, after another, after another. So I got you pretty much caught up on like everything that had happened up to this point. But on Tuesday, today's Saturday, on Tuesday, Manny went to the gym and was doing box jumps and fell over one of the boxes. Like, his foot caught the box as he was jumping, and he fell on his shoulder, and we thought that he had broken his shoulder. Thank God it's not broken. It was just dislocated, but he did have to go to the emergency room through ambulance, and it was just a lot. We didn't get back home until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So that has been the week. I've taken him to his doctor's appointments and the follow-ups, and we got physical therapy scheduled for next week that I'm going to take him to, and took him to his job to try to get everything like situated for his time off. And it's just been like wild. Like, I don't know how else to describe this year other than wild. So I'm just taking a moment. I'm gonna eat my bagel. I'm back on bagels, and drink my matcha latte. This is my first time trying and making a matcha latte at home. It's really good. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna drink this, eat my bagel, take my vitamins, drink water, just kind of like wake up for the day, and hopefully I'll be able to vlog a little bit and get you guys caught up with everything that's happening baby-wise and otherwise. It is the next day. I started vlogging yesterday morning, and honestly went into like a editing bubble because I'm trying to get you guys as caught up as possible. There's just been so much that's happened. I have been briefly telling you guys about it here and there on the vlogs, but life has just been really crazy. So I'm trying to force myself back into vlogging more because it feels like, I don't know, just kind of weird, like vlogging again. I don't know, it just feels weird, but It is 11:30 exactly. It's Sunday and I'm eating for the second time today, and I'm gonna make my matcha latte that I had yesterday because it was delicious. But I had a bagel, cream cheese, and a orange this morning. And by this morning, I mean like 9:30. So it's only been 2 hours, but already my baby is like starving again. So we're about to eat another bagel. Got a bagel with cream cheese again and a matcha latte. I haven't been doing bump updates because I literally haven't been vlogging, but I look more pregnant than I am. This is what baby looks like right now. I'm 9 weeks right now and I will be 10 weeks on Wednesday. I feel like I look a lot more pregnant, but they say on your second baby, you're gonna look more pregnant sooner. That and Stims made me gain weight, and just IVF in general with the progesterone and everything. I have a really weird, I don't know, body right now. So, are you okay? I told you yesterday how Manny popped his shoulder out of place at the gym.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, Delta. Come on. He has physical therapy on Tuesday, but he can't move his right arm at all. It has to stay in a neutral position, either down or in the sling that he's supposed to have like this, but it feels good to let it like hang down. But he does have, he was going to show you, he has his sling that the emergency room gave him. It's just been, we're just getting through it. We're just getting through it. But my vlogs have been like pieced together recently. Like I haven't made like a full cohesive vlog in like a while. So that is kind of like my goal this week, is to make a cohesive vlog that like goes together and makes sense, because right now I feel like my vlogs have been all over the place because my life has kind of just been all over the place. I need to sit down and talk everything first trimester, because I haven't even told you like my first trimester cravings or first trimester anything. I haven't told you anything. I literally haven't been vlogging. Tristan says hi. So we need to catch up, but maybe I'll do that in a separate video, or maybe this video. I still run out of breath really easy. I haven't gone back to the doctor to see if my respiratory infection is gone or not. The doctor said it could take 6 to 8 weeks for it to heal, and that was only a couple weeks ago. So I don't think I'm over it yet, but I'm working on it. But I'm gonna make this matcha latte and have my second breakfast. Yes, so I noticed in the portal that it says I'm supposed to be doing the progesterone suppositories 4 times daily and then the Pio every day. I just wanted to make sure I'm only supposed to do the suppositories twice a day, and it's every other day with the injections, right? Well, good afternoon. It is Monday. Do you hear my dog? I tried to vlog yesterday a little bit and ended up just kind of hanging out in bed pretty much all day because I was having some cramping and just not feeling great. So I just took it easy. A lot of my first trimester has been me just taking it easy and not picking up the cameras. So my vlogs are gonna kind of feel a little strung together. So I'm sorry for that. It's kind of like a multi-day vlog in almost every single vlog that I've had so far. And I'm so sorry that it might come across as like sporadic. That's just kind of how I'm living life right now. I'm taking it like moment by moment, day by day, and really letting my body lead me with what I do. So if I do any physical activity, it is because my body's feeling capable and well enough to do so. But if I am laying in bed all day, it is because my body needs it. So really just listening to my body, listening to my baby, and just trying to do the best I can to keep this little babe happy. So like I said, today's Monday. Manny is still out of work. He actually just left to go pick up Tristan. He is so adamantly like trying to do everything that he can and is telling me that he has to get out of the house. He has to do something to be productive. So I'm like, okay, you want to be productive? Go pick up Tristan from school. That would really be helpful. So luckily his right hand is the one, or his right arm is the one that's messed up, but he can still move and function with his left arm. So you only need one arm to drive. He'll be able to drive, pick him up and bring him back. No problem. We don't live that far from the school. So I felt comfortable with him doing that. But it's been an interesting thing. I have to help him, shower and dry off and dress a little bit because he has no function with his right arm completely. It is in a sling and cannot bear any weight, push, pull, anything like that from the injury. So it's just been a little bit of an adjustment period. I'm still on my progesterone injections. Thank God my clinic actually switched me to every other day and then doing suppositories on the days we don't do shots. So today I did a progesterone suppository this morning. I'll do a progesterone suppository tonight. And then tomorrow I have actually been having my best friend Sydney come over, and she's been giving me the PIO injections. So we'll do one tomorrow night. I'll do progesterone on Wednesday, and then on Thursday night, I just got the confirmation from RMA that I can go ahead and do one more progesterone shot just to like make sure everything is okay. So I think Thursday will be my last and final shot, which I'm really, really excited about. They have been hurting so bad lately. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant and more sensitive. I don't know, but they have been hurting. So I'm definitely ready for them to be over and done. Yeah, this is kind of life right now. Just kind of taking it day by day, step by step, and catering to my body, my baby, and now Manny.